Hey guys, it's Stephanie. It's Monday here on LGBTV and today is our topic week. Our topic is the transgender community. What does transgender mean? According to the American Psychological Association, transgender is an umbrella term for someone whose gender identity and expression doesn't stereotypically match their birth sex, thus transgender. Yay! An individual who is transgender could be male to female, which is when they're born with male genitalia but they identify as a female. There's female to male, which is someone who is born with male genitalia but identifies as a female. There is gender queer, which is a very broad definition. Some people use that definition to describe being both male and female, sometimes neither, sometimes little mixes. There's bigender, which is sometimes they feel like one day they're more masculine, one day they're more feminine. There's agender or gender non-binary, which is when you don't identify as either male or female, you're just simply, a person. Every definition is different for everyone. Another important thing in the transgender community is something that you guys know I always push. Like, I'm a pusher when it comes to this. I so was thinking Mean Girls in my head just now. But I always push asking someone what pronouns they prefer because you really don't know. The female pronouns are she, her, and hers, so I identify with she, her, and hers. There's he, him, and his, which is usually used for males, and sometimes for those who don't identify in the gender binary, they sometimes prefer they, or z, or here. Just ask them what they prefer, because you don't want to offend anybody. Something else that has been a debate in the transgender world is that some doctors associate being transgender with a mental thing, when really it's a physical thing. Because you were born in the wrong body, that's not your fault. And the treatment for being transgendered is to get either A, hormones, B, gender reassessment surgery, or both. So you're adapting to this physically versus mentally, thus it's more of a physical thing. Just like I am not born naturally with this color hair, I naturally have like a lightish poopy brown hair, but I don't think my exterior should look like that, so I dye it. Does that mean I'm sick in the head? No, it doesn't. A lot of people don't think that being transgender is a real thing, but hey, only 1.5% of those who have gone under a sex reassessment surgery have regretted it. That's a tiny percent. Unfortunately, the T in LGBT is what goes under the most hate crimes in the LGBTQ community. 49% of transgender people attempt suicide. Transgender youth account for 18% of the homeless youth in major cities in America, such as Chicago. Those who are male to female transgendered have a 1 in 12 chance of being murdered, and those who are African American and male to female have a 1 in 8 chance. Not good. In a 1995 to 1998 statistic, it was found that 20% of the murders during that time were on transgender individuals, and 40% of police-related crimes had to do with a transgender individual. Transgender people are just like any other person. If you don't think you've ever met someone who is transgender, you probably have, but you didn't know. There are many trans celebrities like Chaz Bono, who's Cher's son, Ryan Casada on our channel, who is a singer-songwriter / transgender activist, which is pretty cool. Pretty much, transgender people exist. And it's not weird, it's not different, it's not sick, it's totally normal. If you guys want to know any more about the transgender community, there's Google, or even send Ryan a message because he's really awesome with educating people on that topic. Alright guys, the links for my Tumblr, my Twitter, my Facebook, my YouTube channel, all that fun stuff will be in the description. If you have any questions for me to answer personally on next week's video, leave them in the comments. I read every single one. I love you all and have a fantastic week. Bye.